So hello friends, how are you? So today we will discuss the importance of CSAT exam in the civil services. Okay. Now people, especially the aspirants, tell me on a daily basis that earlier mathematics and reasoning and English were not there in this exam, but nowadays mathematics, reasoning and English are also a part of this exam in the form of CSAT. Okay. So why there is a need to an IAS officer to study maths, reasoning and English in the form of CSAT exam? Okay. So I will tell you the need of these subjects for an IAS officer. Although it is important to note that elementary knowledge of mathematics, reasoning and English is required to pass the CSAT exam. Okay, as you must be knowing, and only passing marks of 33% are required, which you should get in this exam. Okay, and this is a qualifying exam. CSAT exam is a qualifying exam, but the problem is that people are not being able to get even the qualifying exam in this paper. Why? Because they take it lightly. They think that only 33% marks have to be scored, so there is no need to study it. Okay, or if there is any need to study it, then 1 month is enough. Okay, but I will tell you that at least 3 to 4 months of rigorous practice of maths and reasoning and English and daily reading of newspaper articles, especially the editorials, are required to pass this CSAT exam, whether it is civil services exam or it is a state civil services exam. Okay, it hardly matters. So now I will tell you why an IAS officer needs to have the knowledge of English, reasoning and mathematics. Okay, so people tell me, even students tell me that reasoning, maths and English are part of lower level exams, that like clerical exams, bank exams, CDS, NDA and whatnot, income tax exam and all that, lower level exams. So why these have been made a part of civil service exam, which is an administrative type of nature of this? The post is of administrative nature. So why an administrator needs to have the knowledge of English and CSAT and this mathematics and English? I will tell you. For example, you must not be knowing that a collector or deputy collector or DC is a very small post as compared to an IAS officer who is a senior IAS officer. Okay, when we compare a deputy collector's post to a senior IAS officer's post, like additional secretary, special secretary in the government of India or government of any state, or chief secretary, these are very sensitive posts, these are very strategic posts, and these are very important posts in the state government or the central government. What these officers are expected to do as they serve in the secretariat? Okay, what they are required to do? Basically, they have to study so many files, they have to study so many large quantity of files, and they have to draft the notes, and they have to read a lot and comprehend a lot, and then finally they have to draft the notes. Note making is done by them, which shapes the policy of the state, policy of the state government, or the policy of the central government, which is very vital. These IAS officers are expected to make best use of the resources at their hand, so that the state concerned or the central government concerned, they take the country in a progressive mode. Okay, they will be able to do so when they will be able to read the files properly, and most of the files are in English language. Okay, so now suppose if the CSAT exam is not there, So an IAS officer who is taking the exam in Hindi language, okay, then he will have to pass an English level exam which is of matriculation nature. And when he becomes a senior IAS officer, he does not is not able to comprehend the files because they are written in English language. Okay, he has not read the English language properly, as he had passed the mains exam of English language only, which was of qualifying nature. Now, when CSAT has come, he has to study. The person who is writing the exam in English, in Hindi language, he has to study English also. Okay, and he has to study English rigorously. Okay, the same applies with mathematics and reasoning. For example, as you are making best use of resources and studying the files, for example, how many resources I am having and how I have to make best use of the resources in shaping the policy of the nation or the concerned state wherever he is posted. What he has to do, he has to read the last 10 years pie charts, bar charts. Okay, for example, he is posted in an agriculture department or industries department. He has to study the statistics of the industries department, of the industrial sector in the state or in the country, or in the agriculture sector in the state or in the country. So if he will not have the ability to, for example, calculate the percentage or read the pie chart, read the bar chart, then how he will be able to become a good administrator? He may it will be an awkward situation if he will call his junior to calculate the percentage because he is not knowing the calculation of percentage. It will be an awkward situation if he will call his junior and ask him, please read the pie chart for me, please read the bar chart for me, as I do not have the knowledge of statistics. Okay, so these things are put in the CSAT exam so that when the person becomes an administrator in future, he will not have to take the help of his junior or anybody else. So he will be a master in that field by himself. So this is the importance of the CSAT exam, and please do not ignore this exam, as I have seen many candidates who pass the general studies paper but they are unable to pass the CSAT exam. So passing the CSAT exam is not very difficult. Only 3-4 months rigorous practice is required, and daily reading of English dailies, English newspaper, national newspaper, especially the editorial part of those newspapers is required. Okay, so saying this, I conclude today's lecture. Thank you.